Lose anytime. What up, man? How are you?
Good, good. About to cook some salmon. I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
Some
the
salmon.
Sam. I saw that in your stories.
Yeah, dude. I love it.
I'm not a big fish guy. I like blander fish. Like I've had cod and stuff, but the funny thing is I like cod, but I'm allergic to cod, so I could eat like 5 ounces of it on like some fish tacos or something. But my wife, a few times when I've had more than that, I get like all like itchy and my face gets blown up. So like a
Yeah.
mild allergy.
I like river food a little better, like
Okay.
bass and catfish.
Yeah.
So good. But I can do some fish if I need to. They got a lot of good micronutrients, so I got to suck it up sometimes and just decide
Yeah,
to eat it.
dude. Is the protein better on that or on chicken?
It's way better on chicken. There's more fat
Oh,
in
is it?
fish.
Okay.
But it's like
Oh, we might have a surprise guest.
oh,
This is funny. He just responded. Hang on. Let me send him a link.
you got to give Barry his wrench back. He's been complaining about
Oh,
this.
yeah. That's true. I do. We're gonna have a surprise guest, I think, too. So I don't know if you've ever met him. Hang on, sending link. Austin.
Hatfield?
Yeah, we'll just have him on for like 10 minutes and get some thoughts from him, and then maybe me and you will go for another tiny bit after that.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Let me just see the link here.
I met Austin at Wadapalooza.
Oh, did you? That's cool. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was all around there. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
He'll just show up when he shows up. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. Let me just post on my stories real quick so that people know this is going on. Are you excited, man? What did you so kind of had a good first week? What did you I mean, had you heard the rumor about 22-3? I know it'd been talked a lot about just as predictions, but there started to be some pretty heavy rumors as well. Like it was on the CrossFit website for the last week. I don't know if you saw
really?
that, but they had
No,
it
I
up
didn't see
like,
that.
but it was like how to scale a workout, but it was 22-3. It was really weird. And then Dave's clues now
Yeah,
actually
that was
make
spot
sense,
on. Yeah, 22 or
right?
sorry, yeah, 223 rounds. So yeah,
Yeah, that was
that I suspected like 20.4 or 22.3 and a couple others. I figured it'd be a thruster workout, and then when I
yeah.
saw his clue, I'm like, it's got to be 22.3. So
Yeah, no, I agree. Barry, I don't know how to do this, man. Let me see. Let me try while we're getting warmed up here.
dude,
Ty, while I'm doing this, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna
No,
say,
go
if
ahead.
you have an extra 15 minutes at some point tonight,
Yeah.
I just watched that Alexis Raptis video. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh,
2 hour
yeah.
one. Yeah, they like followed her around for the Open. It's really short, but it's just good. Like,
Really?
she moved back home, and so she talks through that a little bit. It was a good like behind the scenes type.
It was from CrossFit?
No, it's from TYR. They put it on their
Oh,
channel.
okay. I didn't even see that.
No, it came out like 30 minutes ago.
Ty, why don't you real quick give us the background while I look for Barry's wrench on just last week and kind of whatever you can share as far as I know there's some stuff on your stories and stuff, just what you were doing at Adidas and kind of how you spent that first week of the Open and what kind of your wrap up thoughts on where you were and how you performed.
Okay, yeah. So firstly, got the awesome opportunity to go over to Nuremberg, Germany, and spend a week at Adidas headquarters, which is sweet. What's up?
What's up?
I thought you were on a plane or something at first. You look tired.
No, I've just been sleeping all day. It's the rest of the day.
All right. We'll keep it quick for you. You're our special guest today, but I want to let Ty finish his story. He's kind of going through just kind of where he spent the Open the first week. I don't know if you saw they were out in Germany.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
It looked fun. All right, hit us with it, Ty.
Yeah, so I mean, they took us over. We stayed on site at Adidas HQ, which was awesome. And then we had a week's worth of like testing and some panels and working on future product. And then Friday night, they sent us to a local affiliate And then we threw down there and it was awesome. There were 8 of us. And it was a blast. I feel like it went pretty good, all things considered. It was one where I was like, could have probably got off the plane Monday and redid it, but maybe not do better with the travel lag. And honestly, I felt like for me, it went pretty decent. And I was surprised with how it ended up on the leaderboard and happy because now I got 2 more weeks to stay in the top 20 in the region to try to get to syndicate. So,
yeah. Austin, is there any thought in your mind, especially knowing that Colton's coming for that score in redoing, or is that not really a thing that you look at?
Nah, I didn't really care about redoing that workout.
Yeah. How man, it's just so interesting because your guys, your time range, I'm sure what were you, around 6 minutes for 24.1? Probably, or with snatches and the burpees. Ty, I know you. I think weren't you a little bit injured or something? Ty, you didn't have.
No, I didn't do well and didn't redo it.
Okay,
it was like 25%.
That's right.
Quarters.
I don't really remember my time on 24.1.
It was weird. I felt like, it was kind of similar to 24.1. The only difference is you had to go a lot longer. Like for me, that's the funny thing. Like you guys, had 6-7 minute times or whatever. You got to go for 15 minutes, pretty much close to all out. It looks like. And for me, mine was in like 9:50 or something for 24.1, but that extra 5 minutes, like just it's like the difference of the workout for me. Like,
it sucks.
Yeah. If it was a 10 to 12 minute workout, I would have said, this is right up my alley. That last 3 to 5 minutes, I thought, you think you're going to be able to push, you've got a certain fitness level. And I did not have it. It slowed down. So yeah, that was great. Hey, how do you respond to that? Dude, it's so hard too, especially when you have a judge. I know it's hard because I love your response, by the way. Everybody laughed at it. But
that wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I never have a judge. I've been doing it at a non-affiliate. So a lot of times I don't know until afterwards on the video. And obviously you rely on your judge a little bit and it happens fast. Is that something that, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, and it happened in a lot of people's workouts. How do you guys respond to that at Mayhem? I'm really curious because Hiller's got a good relationship with Mayhem. He's gone and visited a few times, but he hit like all you guys hard this week. He hit Gee. Even Lockhart was catching strays. Like,
yeah,
is that something you guys actually like look at, like going into workouts? Like, hey, remember, like people might see this.
I don't really know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. But no, not really.
It mostly looked good, man. It mostly looked good.
I was just gonna go with what John Young said, man. Just big arms can't, deceiving.
You got some biceps, yeah.
But no, you try to do your best. I'm
bringing it back.
And honestly, looking back on it, there were a couple questionables, but they weren't horrendous.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
Pretty much, I don't think you can go through a workout without having some. There's always going to be a few reps. Especially when you're trying to go fast. But what I'm really curious about and why I wanted to bring you on. So I guess I was wrong. The bet was if it was 23-3. Is that right? You versus Colton?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, got it. Man, so I just looked it up. Maybe I'll pull it up here. I was looking at the 20. There's some interesting things going on here. I was looking at the 22.3 leaderboard. And I'm sure you've improved a lot since then, but you crushed that workout 3 years ago and you weren't even really competing yet, were you?
No, I sucked back then.
How are you going to beat this time? Like, I don't even know where you're going to find it. You think you're going to beat your time?
I think I didn't go unbroken on the muscle ups. I think that's a lot of time to make up.
What was his time? And
I'm finding it. I think it was like 4:30 or something. Do you remember by chance?
Yeah, I think you're right. Like right around 4:30. I think I was like top 20.
Yeah, wow. 14th. And him and Colton were neck and neck. So that's what I'm really curious about, especially considering that Colton had been competing for longer at that point.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that you've definitely got the room for improvement versus Colton here.
I think I'm going to try to shoot around that 4 minute mark.
Ooh. Can somebody get 359 on this? Nobody did that. You think?
I could watch Scott's video. I think it's doable.
Yeah, he was 407,
Not
right?
for me,
Yeah.
but it's doable for someone.
Somebody can do it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. You're let's pull this up. Is that working? Okay, so we got Tetlow is 407. I don't know half these. Oh, there's Georgios again. So we got Colton was 5th at 424. Noah, that doesn't surprise me. And then 14th, Austin at 436. So you guys were 12 seconds apart.
Dude, look at those other scores. Those are terrible.
I'd take it. I'm not even going to finish, but let's see. We got Saxon, so he's not competing. Medeiros, that's a good score. Noah's not competing. A lot of these people, Jon Koski, he's not competing, is he? Does anybody know? Is he? Okay.
He's not in Germany.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. When will you guys do it? Austin, when do you think you're going to do it?
I'll do it tomorrow evening.
Yeah. You like doing it with people, or do you just prefer doing it by yourself?
I'm jumping in with the Friday Night Lights.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
That's great. So you'll be doing it basically every week. You're going to be doing it with people.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you do it at?
Local CrossFit gym, CrossFit Cole.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the one I always see you at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like my home gym now.
Okay, cool. Anybody else there that'll get down into the sub 6 range, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, they had Savan had. Did you see JR do it by chance on the Savan podcast?
No, I did not.
Yeah. I mean, not bad. Not bad for an old man. I guess last time he got 530 and he's almost 40. So he would have been like 36 years old in 2022. This time, I think he was like 620 or something. But I mean, that's the thing. Like,
it's still good.
It's still good. Yeah. All right. So what is when you guys go into something like this? Spin is beating you this week, Grant. That's not happening. No. I don't even know if every time there's bar muscle ups, he's always on the. He always says he's got this like shaky bar at his house that he can't do them on, but
excuses is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly. I think I got this one. It's a nonstop tough workout though, and to be honest, I like this workout. I just hate thrusters. Like I hate thrusters because at my age, my wrists and my knees, I kind of feel it a little bit, and I don't mind the 95, but once we get to the 115 bar,
so that round of 18 hurts.
I'm happy to hear it hurts even for you guys because I'm thinking in my head trying to add it up, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to go like 5.5, 5.3 for me, and just does it matter just not staring at the bar too long, you know?
Yeah.
This is a little random, but we were all watching the open announcement live from Nuremberg, and you got the interview after the post workout, and you threw in a Ricky Bobby quote, and I was like laughing, and no one else knew what was going on, and I was like,
bunch of losers.
That's hilarious.
I needed to educate.
They didn't know him?
No, I guess that's an American movie.
They're a bunch of losers.
That's so funny. So Austin, like, I mean, I know for you guys have bigger goals, obviously. Ty's trying to break through. He's on that semifinals level, trying to get to the games level. And Austin, obviously, you had a top 10 finish. I mean, can you really help, though, with your competitive nature, Austin? I know you in particular. I've talked to you a few times. I know you're very competitive. It's just the open, and, like, the weights you're using are not what you're going to be using during the regular season or whatnot. Can you still, like, not help, though, getting excited and being competitive about it? Or what's it like for you?
I just like to win. That's just,
I know, right?
Not going to change. It's not going to change. So, like, I was just talking to my girlfriend about it. She was like, I thought you didn't really care about the open. I'm like, I still don't want to lose.
Right?
Like
that.
Yeah.
I feel the same. I feel like that's a lot of people, like anybody who's played sports, right? Like I'm like a 70th percentile athlete. I'm above average at best, but I still I would call myself like a competitor stuck in a non-competitive body. I still want to
Yep.
get better. Like, and I think I can get better, but I still don't want to lose to anybody. Like at my gym.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. I always say like I work out by myself a lot, so it's like I'm competitive with myself. So it's
Yeah,
like
that's a good
me
point.
versus me.
That's a great point. Like I want to beat myself from last year. I'm actually a little bit less fit, but I was hoping in my head like maybe I could deal with the pain a little bit better. I feel like last year I don't feel like I really went to the dark place during the open, even though I was a little
Hmm.
bit more fit. So
That's how
we'll
most of the
see.
open workouts are. You gotta be
You
willing to hurt a
gotta.
little bit.
Yeah, and here's the honest truth. Like I was joking around in my stories and stuff about losing to Brian Spin because I had the flu, and I did, but I honestly have no idea how much it affected me. I mean, it might have not affected me at all, to be honest. You just never know. My lungs were a little bit of that, junk in there, and
Hmm.
I noticed it a few times breathing, but it might have not
Yeah,
even
I
affected.
had that. I had that at Wadapalooza. That's not fun.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Dang.
everybody had it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, everybody was sick,
It
dude,
was
and
it was
everybody.
going around, man.
I keep hearing everybody like, and people who weren't sick got sick afterwards. Like
Yep.
James was a mess. Well, dude, it's gonna be fun, and I'm definitely excited. What do you think? Before we get you out of here, because I told you I wasn't gonna keep you too long. You were just gonna be
You're
our
good.
little guest appearance. What do you think for week 3?
Dude, I think you're gonna have those three guys. I think you're gonna have to bust out a rower.
Mm.
Like I
Oh, I
think
like that.
like who's gonna do better on machines? You know, those three guys are gonna be your dogs in that workout.
Well, I know that they definitely didn't change. I wouldn't think, obviously I wouldn't think they'd change the workouts. However, it does make me think that, targeting those 3 guys for that
Yeah.
week in this workout, that we could rower is a definite possibility.
Think rower. I think you got to see some sort of a heavy barbell.
I
You got to
agree.
see like because if you're chinning the top 1%, you got to
Yep.
see a. You can't keep it light and even
Snatches, maybe.
gymnastic or maybe snatches or a complex
Yeah.
afterwards or something like that.
I could have swore, I don't know if you guys remember. I feel like Dave has said he doesn't like the complexes or the heavy lifts when they count as a separate score
Yeah.
because he feels like it can skew the leaderboard too much. And, I mean, I don't mind it. I'm not great at heavy lifts, but I think that you can definitely see the possibility of some sort of ladder where we're either ascending or, um,
I always
each.
like those
Yeah.
like if you don't make it in the time cap.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
I
Yeah.
always
like
like
23.
you keep going.
Yep. That
I
was,
like
I mean,
those.
I didn't even like 23.3 that much because I would get stuck on the 135 snatches. I'd be really tired doing singles. I think I can get out of the first round now, but I hated it because of that. But it really is kind of a good test because
So it's a great
you
test.
you get to that next. It's a really good workout. Like, so I would really like to see. It's hard to kind of picture the rowers with that. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I'd love to see it where you're kind of unlocking the next level each time, because then you're putting athletes where they should be essentially based on ascending skills.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I
I
don't
just
think
think
I don't.
you
Yeah,
gotta have a heavier barbell in one of these
I
weeks, and
agree.
then we haven't seen it yet.
I mean, we didn't really see it last year either. What was the most we got? We got the 135 thruster, right? But
The
then
225 snatch.
Yeah.
last year,
Yeah, handstand push up, wall walk, heavy
no,
snatch.
that was 23.3, wasn't it? Yeah,
Uh,
last year. Last year,
Last
wait,
year we
20.
had the 185 deadlift AMRAP.
Yeah, that was not heavy.
that's right. That's right.
All there was this part 2 of 24.3 was the 135-pound thruster, which we can't really qualify that as
Mm.
heavyweight.
Moderate to heavy on the
Moderate,
thruster.
yeah. Yeah, I mean it's definitely heavy for me, but I wouldn't mind deadlifts either. But I think you're spot on the road, just because if you look at it so far, it's definitely favored shorter levers. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So I think the third week,
If you
I
see
think
a row deadlift combination, that would be
I mean, it
Nasty.
could be. There's a lot of stuff that we haven't covered that they like to put in there. Somebody brought up a good point, and for whatever reason in my head, I always have wall walks, but that's only because of when I entered CrossFit and that we had it, I think, 2 years in a row. But I'm pretty sure that was the only time
Yeah.
that we ever had it.
I honestly thought that was going to be the repeat this week. The
Did
wall
you?
walk, double under workout.
Double under?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't mind that workout. I just did it the other day. It's just that I've never been so tired during double unders because my shoulders were so jacked once those wall walks got to the round of like 15.
But you were probably looking swole.
Yeah, afterwards, yeah. Some big shoulders. Did you do that one? Were you I know you weren't really competing.
I did it. I don't even think I finished.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think I finished that workout
Dang.
when it was announced.
That's no fun. Well, dude, hey man, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So we'll be looking out for you versus Colton. We got to get the word out because this is going to be a good matchup. Are you saying potentially sub 4? Would you shoot for that or no?
I think I would be happy with anything below 4:15.
Okay. All right. So we'll be looking for Austin at 4:15, and that's what Colton's gonna have to try to keep up with. So excited to watch you this week, man. And just thanks for stopping by, dude. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, later, bro.
See you guys.
See ya. All right. How do I get this off the freaking screen? Okay. So now I want to get to you because I noticed some interesting things. Now you were quite young at this time, but your score is not very competitive. Yeah. 801. Yeah. So hey, walk me through that real quick. Obviously, that is a very different time, right? Like, let's pull it up. You're at that point, you're what, 16 years old, maybe? Yeah. 16.
Yeah.
You've obviously got a lot better, a lot stronger since then. Does it even play a factor? Like, I mean, you probably remember the workout. The time back then for how old you were was probably fine, or do you just not even factor that in at all?
I just honestly don't remember doing it.
Oh, really?
And I was probably not. I was probably the same weight I am now, but I am significantly stronger now. So I just know it's going to move a lot easier. I don't remember how I stacked up against the teenagers. I know I was like way down the leaderboard in the.
Yeah, let me see that. That's a good call. Let's pull that up. Age group. You would have been 16 to 17, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Men 22.3. Oh, you didn't stack up good. Is this right? Dang, where are you? Oh, okay. So there's just some really good times up top, and then it goes back like 2 minutes.
Or I just didn't do phenomenal.
There you are. So it looks like that's like what, like 15th roughly? There's such a delta there. You were 801 in like 15th, but first place was 613.
Yeah, who's that? Oh, Weber. Yeah, that kid's a beast. And Subiono.
That's a really good point, though. Like when you look at this, you can kind of see, you look at the difference between this leaderboard and the men's leaderboard, and you can see the best people at this age are getting low 6 minutes, right? Whereas you go to the adult leaderboard and we're at low 4 minutes. So that's like a 33% faster time between teens and adults on this particular workout.
Yeah.
So like, all right, when are you going to do it? And where are you going to do it? Are you going to do it with the brute folks or?
Yeah. Thee, Dallin, and I are hitting it tomorrow.
Oh gosh.
Morning.
So he's a big boy, but he proved week 1 that I don't know if that matters how big he is. Like he was right up there on a workout that's better for smaller folks. Is this the one where, you know what? Is this the only show? Oh, no, he did decline today though. He usually doesn't decline. I thought you were talking about his declining fitness. That's horrible. Sorry. But I did ask him, I was curious. I said, John, how are you going to do on this? And he said he was going to go sub 10. So, I mean, anything, I think finishing the workout's like 95th percentile. So if you can finish the workout, you're a good CrossFitter. There's just no way. I know it's going to happen on this. I like the workout, like in theory on paper.
Break it up a lot early.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
for
what
most
I'm
people,
thinking.
it's not even going to start until the muscle ups.
Yeah,
And for you, it's like you'd love to get to the muscle ups and do ideally 3 sets or
yeah,
less.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
but if you have to do quick sets of 3, that's not the end of the world. But if you try to
Yeah.
go unbroken early, you won't be able to by then.
It's
So
hard for me to go. It's hard for me to get back up on the bar. So I do think it needs to be 3 sets, like, 6, 5, 4.
mhm.
And if I kill myself on the stuff before it, and I don't even like, I had started doing, your butterfly pull-ups and stuff, and then I'd hurt my shoulder and I stopped doing it. I don't even do those. I don't even really remember how. So I was just thinking, I mean, I could handle 14-7 on the pull-ups, and then honestly, the biggest part I'm worried about is I may trip a few times on the dubs. It doesn't really matter. The thrusters are what I'm just terrified about, especially the 115. Like getting through the 115, I'm going to be tired. 115, if it was the first movement, like it's not a problem, I do a quick 8 and 7, but with how tired I'm going to be, that 115 really worries me. I think I have to not look at I could look at the bar easily for like 45 seconds. And it's
Yeah.
probably going to be like 5-5, like 3 sets of 5 and a 3. I don't think I without really just destroying myself, I don't actually think I can go like 7-6-5. I think I think I can, and I think it would destroy me at that point. I think I'd be
My
dead.
advice to anyone who's not going to be in the top like 3-ish%
Yeah.
is no matter how good you think you are at gymnastics, break early and don't intentionally speed up your cycle rate. Like on your thrusters, take a breath at the top. On your gymnastics, take the breaks early because you will not regret it when you get to the muscle ups, and you can do it in 2 sets if you're good. Like if you're very
Yeah.
proficient, 3 sets if you can do 5s at that point, that'll be phenomenal. And that's how
Yeah.
you finish, because so many people are going to get to the muscle ups before 6 minutes and then not finish the workout. They're going to spend 6
Yeah.
minutes on 30 reps.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's like I'd really like to leave myself a little bit of time after that, because even if it's just getting through the muscle ups and having the opportunity to do a quick 30 dubs and get one thruster, that's fine with me. Or one. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure that I will be thrilled with one set of thrusters. So for me at 135, it's like hitting the bar, getting 3 thrusters and getting out. I'd be happy with that. And when I look at the percentages, I'm sure they'll improve. I think they're also going to be a little bit harder because it seems like the crowd is the more committed crowd that's signed up this year. But I think like 200 was 75th percentile. So that's like finishing the bar muscle. That's finishing the bar muscle ups and the double unders. Cause really you only need, 20 seconds after the bar muscle ups, maybe 30 seconds.
yeah.
So okay. So real quick before we get out of here, for you, you don't have to reveal your full plan or anything, but are you even planning to break this up early?
No.
Okay. So in a perfect world, would you, I mean, a lot of people are breaking this up. Is this the type, let me put it this way. Is this the type of workout where the top 50 in the world, you're going to see people going unbroken?
Yeah. I think,
Wow.
I don't know about top 50, but definitely top 25 will all be unbroken. I went back and watched Rich do it. He went unbroken and he was like 18th last year or 3 years ago.
Okay.
I think people are fitter now, but I also don't think it's like significantly fitter. The 5 minutes was about where 50th place was. This year, it's probably going to be 450. I don't expect to see like a monster jump where it's like you have to be sub 430 now to be top 50, but
Yeah.
people have gotten fitter. So
Would you, I don't want to pry too much. I know you have goals and stuff you share with your coaches. Would you be disappointed if your time was higher than 5? Can you say that?
I don't know, just because I don't have it, I cannot compare it to the last time I did it.
Yeah.
I know sub 5 is the goal, but
Sure.
it'll be after I'm done that I'll be able to say, like, I'm disappointed in that. I should have been sub 5, or come across at the low 5s and be like, that was all I
Yeah.
had. Like, there's nothing I could do.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it kind of depends on the flow of the workout.
Because there's going to be times between, I think, 355 and about 505. That's all unbroken. it will
Yeah.
just be transitions and rep speed.
Yeah.
And so when it's splitting hairs like that, sometimes you have the gas to make up that time, and sometimes it's just your long levers. Like one of the guys in Germany for Adidas, his name's Kaike. He's huge. I mean, he's like 6'3". He's a beast. But
Yeah.
I mean, for him, his maximal time, or like I guess minimum time, his fastest possible time is going to be shorter than Colton's, regardless of fitness level. Literally just because of his levers,
Yeah.
and he has to move that bar so far.
Yeah.
So it's different
And
for everyone.
I'm picturing Colton too. Like when he wants to go fast enough thruster, not only do you have the short levers, he can just move through those so much faster than somebody who's doing the slow elongated version. Like, did you see Emily? Did you see Emily's heavy thrusters at the end?
Sydney's thrusters at the end were so fast.
Dude, she almost caught her. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Because Emily was doing them different. Man,
Yeah.
dude, that's gonna be so gosh, that's gonna be painful, that 135. I'm guessing all you guys are gonna want to go to that bar and obviously hang on, but that's gonna suck, dude.
Sorry, Colton.
Yeah. Oh, there's Colton. What'd he say? Oh, you cuck. Oh, don't talk about my levers. Yeah, hey, Austin was on here talking mad smack, Colton. No, he wasn't, but Colton, we were looking at your times here, and oh, hey, I don't want
think
you
if anyone goes sub 4, it's Austin, Colton, or I think Justin. He's got long arms, but he is insanely good at these movements.
Maybe, he got a 4. Yeah. He had a 429 back in the day. He was like 7th or something.
Yeah, that was the one that stood out to me when I read that leaderboard.
Hey, we need to be Colton's. He said on the barbell spin the other day, he's like, I really like CrossFit, so I watch all the tips and tricks videos, and then afterwards I kind of realized that they're not really for me because they're all like pace yourself. So Colton, this is your tips and tricks videos. Just go fast, like just the whole time. There's no pacing. You just go fast. I am actually excited though. Now that I saw that, I did not know their times back then. And the really interesting thing is, like I said, Austin had not done competition. Yeah, it's just go fast, man. I want to see sub 4. I'm just a layman, but that seems like a tough, man. That seems hard to hit, but I would love to see that. But the really interesting thing is just that Austin wasn't competing. Like he wasn't doing competitions. He wasn't at semifinals or any of that. He finished like 1,000th or 2,000th in the world. And yet on this workout, he was, 14th. So back then it was still a good workout for him. So I do think that we could see a pretty good competition up. Who else are we looking at, Ty? Who else could do really good at this, women's or men's side?
I think all Hopper, Sprague, and Dallin, just because this is probably going to be similar to the last 2 events at the games this year. They all did very well, even though they're longer athletes. I don't think they'll win it. I think they'll all do well. And then
Medeiros, like you said.
Yeah, Medeiros would do well. I think like Kyra Milligan, Olivia Kerstetter. There's some of the girls who have a good chance. Fee is going to do great. She got 9th.
Yeah, she's such a beast. She is so good.
Yeah, she'll do well. So I think those are some of the names that I expect to do well. But yeah, sub 4 is going to be a very elite club if it happens.
Yeah,
I suspect 1 or 2.
What happened at did you guys beat Dallin and Jason at rock climbing?
Oh, they took down the trail. I was so mad. They'd rearranged the trails when we went. It was just like 2 days later.
You couldn't do the exact same one. That sucks.
Right.
What a blast from the past, though, hearing like when you look at who won and seeing Mal O'Brien. It's not even that long ago, right? But she was such a beast. And then you've got Tia Toomey. I should probably pull this up. So this was what it was. I always say a million times, and then we'll get out of here. We really are going to get out of here.
If Tia tries this one, she might win it on the girls' side.
She couldn't have been trying, right? Like she's
taking the Open with a grain of salt this year,
which is fine. Like she just did a high rock. She looks smaller. I mean, why? I wouldn't want to kill myself either if I wasn't like in it to win it.
Alexis Raptis might do well on this.
Haley Adams was third. Okay, hang on. I got to pull this up. This is surprising. Would you have guessed that with Haley Adams?
Yeah, Haley Adams then,
Really?
absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know about this year, but
yeah,
just she's like definitely more balanced this year and has maybe sacrificed some of her old strengths, but overall
well, I thought
she's better. But
I thought she stated she put on weight to try to get stronger.
I'm sure she did. I don't know about that, but I just have had some insight into like what they've been doing with her and trying to fill some gaps. Always makes your like specialties suffer a little bit if you're not touching them as often. So
that makes sense. Is this okay? Add to stage. Here it is. So here's the women. So we had Mal, Tia, Haley. Oh dang, Brooke Wells did really good, but these times are going to come down a lot. So Brooke Wells was 4:56. McQuaid's the one who's out, right? I think Emma McQuaid's out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Raptis, you're right. Yeah. 5:06. She was 7th. Ellie Turner, is she Indian?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Dang, Spiegel. Spiegel was 14th, but she's not in. Lowen is in. Lowen was 16th. Not really a surprise. A lot of names here. Amanda Barnhart. She retired, didn't she?
Yeah, she got a family now.
Yeah, she was really good. One of the greats. Yeah, this will be interesting. I'm really excited to see this. I mean, he just absolutely dismantled that first workout. It seems like she's getting a lot better. Is this something that she could come in, top 10, top 20 in?
Yeah. I mean, I think she's fitter than she was 2 years ago. So
do you know how old she is by chance? I never know like if she's like 29 or like 23.
I have a guess, but I don't want to be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, don't. I know I wouldn't. She's your training partner. She like sees this at some point. You're like, yeah, she's like 32. She's like, I'm 21, man. Yeah.
This is a little random. Is Colton in for Mayhem Classic?
I don't know.
What semis is he doing? Like, I assume NorCal if he doesn't make it online, which he'll make it online.
Yeah, no, he actually said it the other day. He's going to talk. Yes. Yeah, cool, I think he was planning on 3 of them. I think he said on barbell spin it was NorCal. What would it be? Syndicate, right? And or am I off on that? No, because he's West. Yeah, so I know it's Mayhem and NorCal, and then I think
he'll get an invite to TFX, but
there it is. TFX. Okay.
Will you still show up if you qualify online, Colton?
Yeah,
because I know there's prize money at stake, but
do we even know how much?
Either way, I was just thinking about how you might have to do 90 snatches at 225 in like a month.
That's right. That's what they said, dude. That's what they said on barbell spin. They're like, so you're gonna have to do heavy Isabel like 3 times. That's a great point that you brought up. What are your thoughts on that? What do you? Yeah, like I mean, you're gonna have to do it at some point, right? Like before then, or no?
Yeah, I like they standardize some things, but it sucks for the athletes who plan on doing more than one North American semifinal.
Yeah,
because for the Coltons who might end up doing 3 North American semifinals, that's a lot of snatches at 225 in a month.
Yeah.
Not that his body can't take it, but it's just like, okay, well, I know exactly where I'm going to be on this workout because I've done it twice already.
It doesn't really seem like the type of workout that you're going to like have some crazy improvement on,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's one for me looking at it. It's like, if I have to do this 2 or 3 times, it's just like, am I going to ever make a mistake and have one that's 30 seconds slower than the other, or can I be consistent? But I don't know.
Yeah. The exact same. I was thinking about this the other day. I think the exact same stimulus for me would just be 30 snatches at 135. That's a moderate heavy snatch for me. It really would. Is that what regular Isabel is? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Is it just it's 30 at 135?
Yeah.
And then the standard, when they do the standard, isn't that Grace, Isabel, and Freak? What's the other one with the rings?
30 ring muscle ups.
Yeah. You've never done that, have you? The standard?
I've done it double partner version, but never normally.
Yeah. Looks brutal. It is kind of fun, but
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys will be at. So he's in for NorCal. You made NorCal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be there. And is that only one spot or is that two spots? Do you know?
I think it's 2.
Yeah. And where does that line up versus online semifinals and the other stuff?
It's it's a little more than a month after. It's like a month and 3 days after online semis. And then for me, it'll be the weekend after Syndicate, which will suck.
Oh, that does suck, dude.
So I'll go Florida to Syndicate up in Knoxville.
Yeah.
I'll fly back to Missouri to be home for like 3 days and then up to NorCal.
Let's say let's say everything goes great. Let's say you qualify at an online spot. You do great, and you qualify out of Syndicate. That's where you end up qualifying. Then at that point, what do people do? I mean, you don't go to NorCal, right? Somebody replaces you, or how does that work?
It depends how the body feels at that point.
Okay.
I still think it's a fun event that I'd love to be a part of.
Yeah.
But at that point, if I'm looking at turning around and doing the CrossFit Games in 2 months, if I
Yeah.
feel at all like I'm running the risk of getting hurt, then I probably won't. But
Yeah,
I'd love to do it. I mean, there's more
Yeah.
opportunities to compete this year than ever before, for me at least, since I've been doing the sport. So I'd love to get out there 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, you know what's kind of interesting? I was just thinking about this. Like, I saw you at Wadapalooza, and then I saw you at your Adidas workout, and it kind of crossed my brain. I'm like, I've actually never really seen you work out because you got, the boot, unfortunately, from for the box step thing, right, last year. And then I started the podcast, and there really wasn't like any competitions that you were in. You had a big hiatus, essentially.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so
I don't even really know what to expect this year. I'll be happy
crazy.
and satisfied.
Well, you
with
started
whatever,
great.
as long as I'm just like that. As long as my performance are representative of my fitness for this year, like I'll be happy. But obviously, I'd love to show up at the CrossFit Games. But
you always want to make the games, and I agree. Yeah,
absolutely throwing a dart in the dark for me, just because I have no idea where I stack up right now. So,
yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I liked hearing you on the barbell spin just because you really were off people's radar. Like, you were on the radar just because you were a 3-time teen games champ. So people are going to watch you. And then you were right in the mix for, semifinals, as far as you would have been at semifinals. And then I think you were before the penalty, you were like 15th or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you were right in that mix last year. And maybe people don't realize that you kind of, disappeared. You weren't really competing just because there wasn't any big competitions. We were during the game season. Your game season was over. You show up. The first thing I see about you is, oh, you sucked during the WZA qualifier. Now, I never didn't believe in you, but I'm just like, I'm like, oh man, he kind of sucked. I thought he was going to do better than that. But then you go and you win that. Then you have a great first workout and boom, you're back on the radar, baby. I've never seen you compete. I'm like, oh yeah, he's pretty good. Like, he's fast. I mean, the only time I saw you compete was when we did that 4.5 minute workout against each other. Well, 4.5 for you. I still want to go back and do that one. Just
my hope is that the swimming ban is
I hope so too,
before NorCal, because I know they like to program swims.
Yeah.
And I also hope we see, like, I want it to be different than the other semis. I want to see like 10 events or something crazy. So the feeling most will be 6. Online will probably be 6 at most. Syndicate will probably be 6 because it's only 2 days, I think.
Yep.
And so I'd love to see like 10 events at NorCal. I don't know what clamps CrossFit's putting on them as far as allowing them to program freely, but I'd love to see a long weekend with lots of events.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. And I know you're definitely excited to swim at some point.
Whenever that comes back.
Even if they put you in a pool, right? I mean, like, who cares? That'd be great.
Yeah, the World Fitness Project is going to do a pool swim at one of them.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
You're not doing the what is it called? The Challenger?
There's so much competing this year. It's just going to be listening to my body. I think I'm going to try for the Indianapolis one, but the second one, I don't even remember where it's at. whenever that qualifier rolls around, it'll be in the middle of like 2 months where I'm competing several times. And so it'll just be about like making sure my body's up for it. So I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
I hopefully have a long career ahead, so I don't want to do anything stupid.
Sure.
And some people's bodies respond well to competing and some don't. So I'm still trying to figure out how much mine can take. But I'd love to get in on all 3 of those WFP events this year and rack up some points, but I really have no idea. To be competitive, 10 spots is crazy.
It is, yeah. It's super exciting though, dude. We're back in game season. Like, it's hard for me to put myself in your shoes, but I can only imagine day in, day out, just like beating your body up and then having the season end how it did. But we're back, baby. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
We are in game season.
Like,
it's got to be exciting. You've spent so much time.
Waiting. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, this is it. It's the Open. So, it's lighter weight and stuff like that. But this is the start of the game season. Now, before we get out of here, are you guys going to put anything up that you know of? Brute, is anybody going to publish the workout, or you think it'll just be snippets? What do you think is going to happen with getting the opportunity to see you guys work out?
I'll post it to you, like my YouTube, like I do with all my online stuff, just to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we'll have to for semis, and I like to do that anyway if anyone ever wants to watch it.
Yep.
And to just hold me to the standard of like moving well, because I am an affiliate, so I wouldn't have to submit a video, but I hate when people are like, I don't have to submit a video. I'm going to move like crap and still get a decent time, but not good enough to get reviewed.
Your movement was really good in the first one. I might have missed a few reps, but I was like looking at it and I'm like, oh yeah, Hiller ain't going to get Ty.
About it.
Yeah.
But cool. Yeah, I'll try. I'll video it. I don't think I'll live stream it, but I'll video it and then post it at some point. Maybe redo it. Just really try to get into the syndicate, in the hunt for the syndicate spots.
Yeah,
because 20 is tight.
So that's okay. So for some reason, I didn't even process that. Okay, I saw their post, and you were in.
I didn't even know they were taking spots from the Open until that post, and I'm like, crap.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Right? There's so much going on. I should know. It's hard to keep track of, but yeah. So you're in for syndicate, but you're right on the cut line. So that it does change.
More good weeks.
Yeah, it does change some things, and I mean, there's a pretty safe bet that that the third week is. Well, I don't even know. How are you? I mean, you're not as good at rowing as like James and Dallin, right? Like you can't. That's not something you can keep up with them at, is it? Or do you consider
rowing strength?
Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, you're right in that like middle. You don't look short. Like you have, you don't have short levers. Let me put it that way. So I don't know if that kind of stuff is something that's weak for you or not, but you got to figure, man, like there's an opportunity this week to put up a good score and you don't know what next week's going to be, right?
Yeah. So got to take advantage of it. Maybe redo it, even if I feel like it goes well, just to get the extra spots, but
especially like seeing where you're at and what scores people are posting. So yeah, I like that. Ty is not opposed to the redo. I like it.
No, I usually am. Because when the Open doesn't matter,
it didn't. Yeah, because there's no point.
It's like you're just doing it for pride, I guess, or the prize money if you're in contention for that. So like when they took 25% last year, I did not feel like I did well on week 1, but it's not worth messing up training to redo. But now it is because it's my spot to syndicate. So now it's worth redoing.
So we'll have online syndicate potentially and NorCal. That'd be a good lineup.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Cool, man. Well, hey, man, I'm going to let you go and let myself go. I just wanted to get on, talk about the Open, man. I know we're both excited. Everybody's excited. So always appreciate your time, and everybody else here. We are going to log off. How do I shut this thing off?